Today on Nerdgasm.
We have a brand new game on the show today.
Ooh, do
I
tell.
know. We have a new game called RentBuyPass.
Oh, well, I shall have fun with this.
3 films. We will describe it today in the program.
And later on, we have an interview with Jermey Flex from Flex Comics.
Got a chance to talk to him.
All right.
We'll air that today. So don't go anywhere on this episode of Nerdgasm.
Now loading Nerdgasm.
It's showtime.
And consider this dismaying observation.
It's the Nerdgasm Podcast!
I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times, and it keeps getting funnier every single time I see it!
With Alan Bailey and Grayson.
I'm ready.
Welcome on into the program. I be Alan Bailey.
I'm Grayson.
Thanks, Rick.
Yeah.
So today on the program, we're actually playing a brand new game.
Yeah.
It's called,
I'm interested.
It's called RentBuyPass.
Ooh.
And it was started on Instagram by a guy with the username 562 Comics.
All right.
And we like it, so we're going to be doing it. But
We shall partake.
the basic concept is, of 3 movies that we will list, which would you rent, which would you buy, which will you pass and not watch at all.
Alrighty.
So, and this is just, there's no scoring here, there's no nothing.
It's just basically like our
debating.
opinions.
It's basically a debate.
Oh,
So
God.
it strikes this question: which would you rent by pass? Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, The Dark Knight Rises.
Because I've already done this, I would say that I would buy Dark Knight.
Mm-hmm.
I would rent Batman Begins and pass on Rises.
I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
I would do the same because The Dark Knight, with Heath Ledger's Joker,
Yes.
with the seriousness of that one, why would you not want to own that in your movie collection? That's a great film. Batman Begins, to me, that's kind of the degree of all 3 of those movies.
Yeah.
It's Dark Knight, Batman Begins, and then Dark Knight third. The Dark Knight Rises is still a good movie.
Very.
But of the 3, I think it's the weakest.
I mean, it is very difficult to kind of like separate them all and kind of say that, okay, this one is weaker than the other.
Yeah.
But I mean, you're right, because Batman Begins is, of course, the first one that kind of started it all.
Mm-hmm.
And I was absolutely on board with Christian Bale's Batman.
Oh, it was that first one. I like his Batman portrayal in that first one better than I do in the second or the third one.
Yeah.
And even how they shot Batman with him barely being on screen and zipping in and out more ninja-like, like I was super down with that.
Yeah, and for the most part, like we haven't necessarily seen an origin story like that where he's actually in the League of Shadows. Mm-hmm. And that's what I really liked about that one.
We never even really got a Batman origin, not 100%.
Exactly.
Where it's like him beginning out like that. So that's also why I like that movie a lot.
So, I mean, and then in Dark Knight, they introduce, again, one of the most quintessential Batman villains, and they teased it at the end of the first one.
Yeah.
And
well, they even got to do, like, not only did they put Joker in there, but they got Two-Face in there.
Yes.
That was very compelling, and people give it flack, oh, it wasn't true to the blah, 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 blah. But I loved it.
Right.
And it was a great way to intertwine Joker with Harvey, and it really did a great job, I thought. So, I mean, I couldn't agree with you more. We should not do that for the next one, though.
Yes.
This one's more recent.
You don't like to agree with me?
Here are 3 movies that have yet to come out that are coming out later this year.
Oh, snap.
RentBuyPass, Thor Ragnarok, Justice League, Star Wars The Last Jedi.
Okay. For me, this is kind of easy. I'm going to buy Star Wars The Last Jedi, even though I haven't seen it. I'm going to rent Thor Ragnarok, and I'll pass on Justice League. And you agree with me.
I agree with you 100%.
You agree with me.
Yeah, because it's Star Wars. You can't not own Star Wars.
Also, it's freaking Mark Hamill.
Yeah.
And he's getting like he's not going to do the dramatic stare.
I lost 30 pounds for this role, and I put a coat on and made myself look fat. No,
Mark.
but like I want to see all of 3 of these pretty much equally.
Yeah,
but probably
minus Justice League.
No, like I'm excited for it because.
Well, I already told you this is my opinion, and don't get me wrong. Like I was wrong about Wonder Woman. I'm glad I was wrong.
Oh yeah.
But the DCEU has not been very strong, in my opinion.
Yeah, but like I think Wonder Woman broke that mold, and on top of that, I think she definitely it shows basically when you don't Zack Snyderize something, it's actually pretty good.
I was going to say that it was Patty Jenkins that broke the mold. And for the most part, she did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Now, I'm looking forward to Justice League because of Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I'm still nervous about it because of previous movies. I understand that we had a different director, and I understand that we had other people basically helming it.
Yeah.
But still, I mean, unfortunately, like I love Batman. I mean, Nightwing's my man.
Oh, I know.
And for the most part, like Batman, he's up there as well. And I mean, I can't deny DC.
Yeah, but
also you can't deny. Also, you can't deny evidence that we've already gone through. Yeah. Like the DCEU movies have not been that strong.
Yeah, and I mean, like for me, you know what's getting me excited about Justice League? Like really excited?
Darkseid?
No, the marketing.
Oh, okay.
You go on social media, the Justice League movie Instagram page is doing a really good job of cutting up footage from Comic-Con's panel.
Right.
With footage of the trailer and putting that dun 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 dun, dun music bed under it, and it's like
that just shows us that Warner Brothers is very good at making trailers. I mean, you saw the trailer for Suicide Squad.
No, I'll give them that, but like it honestly, like hearing the cast talking about like they're asking questions like, where were you when you found out you were casted? What was your favorite moment on scene? What was your favorite part of this? And like they're talking about all this cool behind the scenes stuff. That's getting me excited because, oh, by the way, this is the League. This is This is the Trinity. This is Batman. This is, believe it or not, Superman in there.
Yeah.
It is Wonder Woman. It is Cyborg. It is Flash. It is Aquaman. All of these 7, don't know who the 7th is yet, but it's all 7 of these amazing characters on screen for the first time. We should stop and take notice. Like, even if the movie isn't perfect, it's still going to be really cool.
Yeah.
So we should be down for that.
I mean, I'm still going to go see it, but I mean, I don't know if I'm going to see it on opening night.
I think I am. Like, I know I am. I'm going to be, like, the very first showing there with everybody else because that's where the fun is.
And then you're going to call and tell me, and you're going to be like, you should see this movie. I'm going to go see it, and I'll be disappointed. Then you'll be like, I got you.
No, I'll be the guy who goes to, like, the 6 o'clock showing that night, and then when I get out at 9, I'll be like, Grayson, get over here. We're going to go see it at midnight again. Bah!
Shut up, Nixon.
And then we do in the end. Same with Thor Ragnarok. I'm going to go, like, all 3 of these movies, I'm going to be there first showing, like 3D or not, doesn't matter. I'm going to be there like with my popcorn and soda, be like, yeah.
You know, honestly, Thor Ragnarok looks like it would be fantastic in IMAX.
I think so too. I'm probably going to at some point, but there's no IMAX theater near me. So it's like, do I really want to drive 30, 40 miles to an IMAX theater? No, I'm good. But who the hell knows? Another one here from 562.
Okay, you know what? We've done 2 against me. So,
okay, so
let's see if I agree with you.
Fine, bring it.
So, what would you rent bypass? Avengers: Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, or Fantastic Four? the new Fantastic Four.
I enjoyed,
if that makes any difference.
I enjoyed moments of that new Fantastic Four movie.
Oh my god!
Keyword moments. Overall, no, it was a sloppy, flippin' mess.
You should pucker your butt because some people are going to spank you.
I know. I would pass on Fantastic Four, obviously.
Okay.
I would rent Ant-Man, and I would buy Avengers: Age of Ultron because even though it is not the best Avengers movie,
right?
It is still a pretty good Avengers movie, and oh, by the way, it's an Avengers movie.
Yes.
No offense to Ant-Man. Ant-Man was really good too, but like that's kind of where I stand with those.
Honestly, like that's kind of like our first disagreement.
Ooh,
yeah,
bring it.
So basically, I would buy Ant-Man,
okay,
and I would rent Age of Ultron because then I would, of course, copy it. And then
I would pirate the shit out of that.
And then Fantastic Four, like I haven't even seen it, so I'm
didn't?
good. No, I
bastard.
didn't even do anything about it.
It was really good until
the opening scene.
Yeah, pretty much. Right past that opening scene, it was like, oh jeez. So
alrighty, well, okay, I've got another one for you. Let's see if our disagreement and agreement status.
Bring it.
So how about X-Men Apocalypse, Suicide Squad, and Doctor Strange?
I would pass on Suicide Squad, what I know now. Like, and this is all based on the what I know now. I would pass on Suicide Squad. That's the obvious one. I would rent Apocalypse.
Son of a bitch.
And I would buy Strange.
Yeah.
Just because, like, that's kind of the degree. Like, Strange is the best, I think. Apocalypse was okay at best, so I would rent that.
Yeah.
And I would definitely pass on Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of where I am.
The only reason to go see Suicide Squad is Margot Robbie's butt. That's about it.
Yeah, but I saw her butt and tits in Wolf of Wall Street, so I was good.
I know.
I got my Margot Robbie fill.
Well,
so
well, see, the thing is that you enjoy the naked, I enjoy the teasing. So basically, it's like I saw them booty cheeks, and I was like, don't show me more because I enjoy this potential thought process.
No, like you got that in the trailer. I'll put the trailer on your phone. And it's the same thing. Like, it's meh on it. Like, Apocalypse was all over the place, and it was caught up in itself.
What are you talking about? Apocalypse was all over the place. It had no booty shots.
X-Men Apocalypse was all over the place, and it was just a cash grab.
I thought we were talking about booty shots here.
No, I wasn't. Doctor Strange, like, that movie was on acid, and I mean that with all due respect and compliments. Like, it was just a movie on acid. It was great, but it was just like...
I mean, I was going to say, if you partake in let's just say, extracurriculars, then...
you watch that movie high, you're going to be...
You'll thoroughly, like, have a trip.
Something I sincerely want to do is I want to hang out with Kevin Smith and watch him smoke weed and watch that movie. Because that would be pretty darn entertaining.
Dormammu, I've come to make a deal. I feel like I've watched that.
He's repeating himself, man. Whoa.
It's like I feel like I'm living the same moment over and over.
So, one more of Rent by Pass here. I'll do it just so I can try to break your weird mold.
I agree.
Would you rent, buy, or pass Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Wonder Woman, or Spider-Man Homecoming?
Oh, that's difficult.
Right? This is the hardest one because all three were very good.
Now you gotta give me your opinion on this
mine?
As well.
Okay, well I'll give you mine, but you go with yours.
Okay. Okay. Let me think.
Oh wait, no, you didn't do your rent by pass for the other one, did you?
No. Did you want to hear?
Yeah, I want to hear it. Okay. Sorry, I cut you off. What was the other one? What was your rent by pass on Apocalypse, Suicide Squad, Doctor Strange?
Well, basically, I agreed with you, to be honest.
Oh, well then, shut up.
I mean, that's why we didn't really need to know it.
Okay, fine then. Just say that.
Well,
what's your rent by pass on Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Wonder Woman, and Spider-Man Homecoming?
I feel like you're yelling at me.
I am.
I'm going to tell your wife, and she's going to get mad at you. And she might actually like it.
Oh, God.
Okay, so I would... Okay, so this is really, really difficult. As hard as it is to say, I would pass on Guardians. Yeah. I would... Oh, God, this is really difficult. I would... I'm just going to go for it. I would rent Wonder Woman and buy Spider-Man.
Ah, you read my mind!
Son of a...
Like, I am a huge Spidey fan, and Homecoming spoke volumes to me as a Spidey fan.
I was going to say Homecoming is probably one of my favorite Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, it is my favorite. And it's up there for the MCU for me. And
for the most part, like the Wonder Woman movie, like that blew my mind. And I was so like, as soon as Wonder Woman hit, like I was absolutely on board and I wanted to see more immediately after that movie was done.
Yeah. And
just the fact that like I couldn't see more made me want more again.
Yeah. Like for me, Wonder Woman and the Spider-Man Homecoming films were right next to each other. Yeah. Like they're great for different reasons, but they're both equally great.
But still, Guardians of the Galaxy 2 for me, like I still thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh God, yeah.
And it's just really, just comparing Guardians to Homecoming, that was the deal breaker for me. Mm-hmm. But then also I gotta remember that Patty Jenkins did an incredible movie for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I unfortunately had to drop Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and then Wonder Woman had to be a rent because I will pirate the shit out of that. And then again, I'll buy Homecoming. But I mean, God knows
the dark scenes in Wonder Woman was already hard to see anyway. In the darkness, you don't need perfect. You don't need that HD quality for that. No, it's fine.
Goodness knows I'm still going to go and buy all 3 movies, but I mean, I just still.
Like, all three of those are buys.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, if you had to play this sick and twisted game, that's how you would play it.
Yeah.
To the end. So, when I was at Long Beach Comic-Con
Right.
a few weeks back, got a chance to talk to a number of people. We've been giving you those interviews slowly but surely here. One of the cool people I got to talk with, Jermey Flex.
Oh, yeah.
Of Flex Comics. And if you don't know what Flex Comics is, you can check them out on flexcomics.com.
And if you don't know what flexcomics.com is, then you've been living under a rock and you probably don't hear this podcast.
But no, go to like social media and look up Flex Comics. It's a weekly fitness comic book jokes. Like they're little funny gym and fitness related one-offs, and they're very tied to pop culture. So the week that Beauty and the Beast came out, there was a Beauty and the Beast one.
Oh, yeah.
The week Spider-Man Homecoming came out, there was a Spider-Man one. There's a Thor Ragnarok one with the Hulk t-shirt that they just put out there. They just did one with Venom a few weeks ago.
Right.
Like it's all timely to what's going on in nerd pop culture.
So what, you're telling me that he's not going to put out a Nightwing one until after the Nightwing movie comes out?
Off air, we talked about that. He said he's waiting for Nightwing to pop up in the media, in the culture. So like the second that Titans comes out, there might be a Nightwing shirt. The second that the Nightwing movie comes out, there will guarantee be a Nightwing
I
shirt.
don't think he's going to put out a shirt for Titans. I feel like he's going to put out a shirt for the Nightwing movie.
Probably, but got a chance to talk to him about how he started his fandom with his fandoms of... he was a huge fan of Wolverine as a kid, so we talked about that a little bit, and just about the weekly comics and the process. And he's also a small business owner. It's him and his business partner who still... Like, they don't, send the designs to China and then have 1,000 shirts come back.
Right.
They do this all in their own warehouse, and they're up till 3 a.m. doing shirts and working. And Jermey, somehow he's a buff fit guy, and not only is he like staying on track with losing, he just lost a bunch of weight, and he bulked up and got really buff and leaned down. He did that while working 16-hour days and somehow managing to get into the gym. He makes me feel like a horrible human being because I don't work that much.
You are.
And yet I can't get into the gym that often.
I've been proud to say that I've been going to the gym at least 5 to 6 days out of the week.
You know what? You prioritizing bastard. It's not my fault my motivation is low now. I'm going to go eat a pie while we listen to Jermey Flex and me talking to him from Long Beach Comic-Con. Give me the fork, Randy! Jermey Flex of Flex Comics out here at Long Beach Comic-Con. How are you, sir?
What's going on, guys?
Hey, I love your shirts, and I think I love your comics even more because you've got some really funny stuff.
Well, that's great to hear, and a lot of people may or may not know that we do a weekly webcomic. It's free. We kind of call them Sunday Fit Funnies. We've been doing them for about 4.5 years, and if you haven't checked them out, it's something you might want to do. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Flex Comics.
Yeah, and the thing that I like is that everything is super relevant to what's happening in current geek culture. So the week that Thor Ragnarok comes out, or the month I should say, you have World War Bulk come out, which is this really funny shirt of Hulk lifting while eating pizza.
And so many of these are just extensions of my life. I'm addicted to pizza. I, of course, love bulking, so it all folds into my life and geek culture and pop culture, and I'm glad everybody just loves it because I love it.
Exactly, and I mean, it's anything in geek culture you've hit upon, so it's obvious that you're in every form of the nerd culture because, I mean, there's Pokemon stuff here, there's Marvel and DC stuff, a pretty good balance actually of both. You also have some Dragon Ball stuff here, so you're kind of all over the place. So my question to you is this: what was one of your earliest nerd memories when you were a kid?
Oh, wow. Probably something like Wolverine, and I know that sounds a little like basic for an answer, but for me, I just really enjoyed the character. He was a lot like me, a little grumpy. Maybe he'll save the day, but he'll gripe about it, and it was an easy character to relate to. So, you know, my walls was full of Wolverine posters, and I had the comics, and I love the Sunday cartoon and all that stuff. So, you know, that was a big character for me growing up.
Were you the guy collecting a lot of comics as a kid?
Absolutely, yeah. Comics was one of those things that I was able to afford as a kid. You know, a lot of things were out of reach, but comics, you know, it seemed like the thing to do.
Yeah, they were like, that's kind of most people, I feel like comics are right there. And the thing that I love about yours, because you're the artist, correct?
I'm not. I do the storyboards, I do the concepts, and I write the comics. The artist is just right over here. It's Chris Marzola. He's my business partner. We've been doing this together since the beginning, and he's really good at bringing the ideas to life.
Very cool. And the thing that I like is that you put most of them out there for free. I think there's a pay window for some of your stuff. Am I correct?
Nope, it's all free. The comics are all free.
Damn, that is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I go on social media, and it's kind of like the thing that I look forward to on my social media feed, because it's like scroll. Oh, new one.
Yeah. I love to hear that, and again, even those, they're all, you know, you can almost pick them apart, and it's like whatever I experienced that week. It's very much my life, but I spin it off into you know, bodybuilding, geekdom, and fitness. Yeah.
And the one that I literally dropped my phone and went, oh my God, that's so accurate, was the New Year's one that you did, where December 31st, guy lifting, quiet gym. Yep. Then on the 1st at midnight, bam, packed.
And we've all been there. We sort of know what that feels like. And you know, and I'm always going to poke a little fun, but truly it's great when anybody gets into the gym. And we like to think of ourselves as the comfortable place for people that are starting out that may be a geek. They're not sure where to start or how to feel comfortable or what kind of a group to feel a part of. And we hope that they kind of look towards us for that, something that'll make them laugh, smile, and, you know, hopefully go along their journey, whether they're bulking or trimming down. You know, we go from extra small to 5XL because wherever you are in your journey, we kind of want to be a part of that. So hopefully, you know, there's something for everybody.
And the thing that I like about your shirts is I have quite a few, and
it's great.
I'm constantly wearing them and washing them, and with most of my shirts, I'm kind of going, I gotta air dry this 'cause I don't want it to shrink, and I gotta go low on the detergent. I don't want it to wear out. Yours, I feel like I could roll over it with a bulldozer, and it would still be cool. Like, it wouldn't stretch or anything. And
I try to always, you know, bake the pie I most want to eat, and metaphorically, it just means make the shirt that's easy for like my kind of life, which is, I don't know how to do laundry. I'm very bad. I don't follow any of the instructions. I probably wash it on hot and dry it in hot, and, you know, all the bad things, but they still hold up, and that's really important to me because we're all busy, and we usually don't have time to fuss with all the little stuff, and so I'm glad that you mentioned that.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I have one of the early ones that you did was the it was right after Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one came out. I have a sweater, the green sweater that you did, Always Growing. I think it was what it said with the Groot one.
Yeah, growing stronger every
day. That was it. And I was afraid to wash it because when I got it, it was like, oh, it's so fuzzy inside. Oh, this is awesome. And I remember thinking, I can never wash this. I can never wear this because this is too awesome. And I got it dirty and I had to wash it, and then I pulled it out of the wash thinking, oh, come on, just hold up okay. Just as fuzzy, fit just the same, didn't stretch or shrink or anything, and I went, okay.
That's
They're all
awesome.
holding up, man. I love it.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't, like, I'm really hands-on with everything that we do and create, down to the screen printing, down to the inks, down to mixing the colors, down to layering the colors. I would say amongst the industry, I probably spend the most money in my creative process, but I hope that people feel like they have a solid, long-lasting product.
Oh, yeah.
Because we're doing more in these than just going about our everyday. We're sweating, we're doing, you know, Spartan races in them, we're lifting stuff. These are meant to be used and worn and beat up, and I still want you to enjoy the graphic time after time after time. So
yeah, and that's the thing that I see you do on your social media, because I follow your personal account, I follow Flex, and I constantly see you moving boxes yourself, and you're doing things yourself. You are a true small business
Yeah.
with a big product,
Right.
and you are busting your ass, if you don't mind my saying.
Every day, yeah. My average work day is about 17 hours, and
Jesus.
it's never a complaint. I get up every day. There's things that need doing, and I set about doing them.
I just want to point this out. Not only do you have an average 17-hour workday, but you somehow still managed to get into the gym, get your meals in, and you just lost some weight.
I did, yeah.
You're a freak of nature
Yeah.
in the best way possible.
Oh, thank you. I don't know. I'm fueled by everybody that supports me. That's the best way I could describe it.
Yeah, and you have an amazing product, not only here with the shirts and with the hoodies and with with everything here, but with the product that you put out on social media as well.
Wow,
It's
thank you.
funny, it's inspiring, it's lighthearted, so the people that are getting into the gym will get into the gym, but the hardcore people who lift will still go, yeah, that's funny.
Right, yeah. And again, I'm so glad that you say that, because that's the intention. If I can get anybody to smile, my goal is met. So if you're at the gym and it interrupts your paradigm and you're not having a great day and you see somebody wearing one of these goofy shirts and it makes you crack a smile, mission accomplished.
There you go.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, and thank you for putting out such a great product.
Oh, right on. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. Again, just check us out, flexcomics.com, and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at flexcomics. I'm looking forward to meeting more of you guys.
Well, that was kind of cool. Jeremy's he's like a really cool guy.
Oh no, he totally was. He's a damn workaholic though.
Oh yeah.
Like when we were there, like he was like, I waited a good 5-10 minutes because he was just talking to people and making sales and stuff. Like he's ridiculously hands-on, which you can kind of tell. Like you can follow him on social media, My Big Flex. I mean, he's a nerd, like straight up hardcore nerd, but he also happens to be a bodybuilder, more or less.
So, you should potentially throw this idea towards him. Rick and Morty, they're very big in pop culture. So when are we going to get a Rick and Morty flex shirt?
He does have a Rick and Morty flex shirt out.
I want this.
Go to flexcomics.com. Check it out.
Alrighty.
You can also follow Flex Comics at Flex Comics.
No way. I did not see that coming.
I know, right? It's actually it's a really cool follow. Like it's a nice little funny weekly thing that they put out, and it's 100% free. I thought you had to pay for some. I was wrong.
Yeah.
But no, you see them constantly, and they're always being posted on their social media accounts. So, it's really cool. This week's one, or at least the week that we recorded this one, there was one about a woman bending over in front of a dude lifting at the gym. She's bent over with her butt in the air. Why are you looking at my butt? Stop looking at my butt. And then she stands on a handstand in front of him with her butt in his face. How dare you look at my butt? Like, it's a lot of funny stuff. He did one for it where bodybuilders are going after pizza that is being lured by the clown in it, and they're all going under the sewers looking for the pizza. He's a pizza lover too, man.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody who loves that much pizza, it's okay. He's okay with me.
Yeah.
Like
He's a
pizza
cool
lovers.
dude.
Pizza lovers are cool with me. So check him out. But it is almost time for us to get out of here.
Before you forget, make sure to subscribe and keep up to date with all our shows. You can also comment and give us 5 stars on iTunes and Google Play. We've also got monthly giveaways. If you want to win, just subscribe or comment on iTunes, YouTube, Google Play, and Stitcher. Good luck, losers.
And this month's winner is Jack Stanley.
Congratulations.
Guy. So send us an email, therealnerdgasm@gmail.com. You can also give us a follow on social media accounts at therealnerdgasm or Nerdgasm Podcast, depending on which social media account it is. You can also listen to me on the In the Parks podcast. It's the Disneyland and DCA News podcast every Wednesday on iTunes and on Google Play. You can also follow me at Hey Alan Bailey on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
And if you want to hear more of this voluptuous voice, I'm on another podcast with Zero, one of our other members on the Nerdgasm family. We cover everything about video games. It's called Zero's Game Room. We cover, again, a myriad of different information that Nintendo, Sony, Xbox, Microsoft, like all that has basically to offer.
So basically video games.
Yeah. Tons of news of video games. And if you want to follow me, feel free to follow me at Grayson Live on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
So for the Nerdgasm podcast, I'm Alan Bailey.
I'm Grayson.
We'll see you, nerds.
that was another in a long series of regrettable life choices.